A very good morning, students. Our session of Financial Management 1. Now, as far as our previous session was concerned, the last session we have seen about over the counter exchange of India Limited. So, that point was completed in our last session. In that, we have seen that the organization who are not registered with SEBI or any stock exchange, they can easily sell or they can easily raise their capital through OTCEI. So now let's discuss the next point, that is NSE, National Stock Exchange. As we all know that through these stock exchanges we are able to trade in our capital market. So the purchase and sales of securities are possible through NSE and BSE. So in this particular point, if NSE is there in your examination as a short note, then you are supposed to write the establishment and only the history of NSE, not more than that. And we all know that Nifty 50, that whatever companies are registered with NSE, they are supposed to trade their shares and their securities through this recognized stock exchange. National Stock Exchange of India Limited is the leading stock exchange of India, located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. NSE was established in 1992 as the first dematerialized electronic exchange in the country. Dematerialized means now each and every shares and each and every securities are available on electronic mode. Now there is no physical existence of any securities as far as 1991 policy was concerned. NSE was the first exchange in the country to provide a modern, fully automated, screen-based electronic trading system, which offered easy trading facilities to investors spread across the length and breadth of the country. Now, as we are going to compare to BSE, that is the oldest stock exchange of SEBI, but before 1991, BSE was working manually, means there are physical shares, physical certificates, and through which investors are going to trade on that physical shares and certificate. But as far as the dematerialized concept is there, NSE was the first stock exchange in India that provide the trading in dematerial form. Vikram Limia is Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NSE. National Stock Exchange was incorporated in the year 1992 to bring about transparency in Indian equity markets. Instead of trading membership being confined to a group of brokers, NSE ensured that everyone who was qualified, experienced, and met the minimum financial requirements was allowed to trade. Yes, that is one of the major advantages of NSE, that now investors can trade on the basis of their experience and on the basis of their skill, and without the help of any group of brokers. Means there is no mediator between investors and the organization, and investor can easily make a trade in this particular stock exchanges. In this context, NSE was ahead of its time when it spread its ownership and management of the exchange under SEBI's supervision. Yes, NSE was quite ahead at that time, that in 1992, where there is no concept of dematerialized, but NSE come up with the new idea that now the screen based trading is possible. Now each and everyone can have a demat account, and through this demat account they are able to make a trade without any mediator, that is without any broker or a group of brokers. Stock price information, which could earlier be accessed only by a handful of people, could now be seen by a client in a remote location with the same as. Yes, now it is possible that each and everyone can get the information about the stock market with a single click. And before, there are only a few peoples who are the internal part of capital market. They know about, or they can easily get the information of stock prices and securities prices. But now, with the help of this new technology, screen based trading, now each and every information is easily available to everyone. So it's about NSE, that is National Stock Exchange. The paper-based settlement was replaced by electronic depository-based accounts, and settlement of trades was always done on time. Yes, there is no time lapse when you are making your security online. So this is one of the best advantages as far as this NSE is concerned. One of the most critical changes involved a robust risk management system that was set in place to ensure that settlement guarantees would protect investor against broker default. Now, we can easily make an investment or trade in one of the recognized stock exchange, because there is no link of mediator between the investors and the company is concerned. So here the interest of investor can be easily maintained through this dematerialized format. So that's all about NSE. Now let's discuss about NSDL, that is National Securities Depository Limited. Now this is the organization in which each and every securities are deposited on dematerialized format. So it is a market, that is National Security Depository is a market where the securities are held in a form of electronic data with minimized paperwork in trading of securities. પહેલાં જે શેર્સ સર્ટિફિકેટ આપણી પાસે ફિઝિકલ ફોર્મમાં હતા, So we are supposed to carry one file for our shares and certificate. But as far as NSDL is concerned, એટલે NSDLના બેઝિસ ઉપર હવે each and every શેર્સ ઓર સર્ટિફિકેટ્સ કે જે ફિઝિકલ ફોર્મમાં છે એ બધા હવે ઇલેક્ટ્રોનિક ફોર્મમાં નાવ દે આર ડિપોઝિટેડ એટ અ સેન્ટ્રલ પ્લેસ દેટ ઇઝ NSDL. Investor desiring service of a depository has to open account through participant who is attached with depository. હવે તમારે ક્યારે પણ શેરમાં ટ્રેડ કરવું હોય તો ડેફિનેટલી યુ મસ્ટ હેવ વન અકાઉન્ટ વિથ યોર બેંક who is linked up with this NSDL, and in that bank you are going to open one demat account, and by having a demat account now you can easily make a dematerialized format of your physical shares and you can easily trade on them. Entire trading functions are just like passbook of bank. Statement of the depository, which is just like bank passbook, which express the trading transaction along with the securities standing of investors. So now each and everything is with our demat account, and with a single passbook we are able to know that how many shares are there in our demat account and how we are doing with our depository systems. NSDL was established in August 1996 as the first electronic securities depository in India with the national coverage. It was established based on a suggestion by National Institute responsible for the economic development of India. When each and everything is modified into electronic mode, then it is compulsory to have one national security service through which each and everything is going to be deposited in e-forms or in e-format. The enactment of Depository Act in August 1996 paved the way of establishment of NSDL, the first depository in India. It went on to establish infrastructure based on international standards that handle most of the securities held and settled in dematerialized form in Indian capital market. As again it is repeating itself that now national as well as international securities are available in our demat form. So it has a national coverage as well as the international focus when the securities are concerned. So that's about NSDL. Now let's have the discussion of our final point of our unit number 4, that is new financial instruments. Now in this particular point we are going to discuss new instruments which are available in our capital market, and through these new instruments we are able to make an investment in the capital market. So one by one we are going to discuss these instruments. So first instrument is commercial paper. It is really very famous instrument of money market. Yes, it is there in a money market. Few instruments are there in our capital market, but rest of the instruments belongs to money market. So let's have the discussion about commercial papers. Commercial paper is a commonly used type of unsecured short-term debt instrument issued by corporations, typically used for the financing of payroll, accounts payable and inventories, and meeting other short-term liabilities. Generally, corporation issues commercial paper for the shortest period of time to meet their working capital requirement. Generally, commercial papers are issued to meet the requirement of working capital. As it is a short-term fund, and again the corporation issue an unsecured promissory note and gives a fixed maturity period. Now, as far as our developing country is concerned, commercial papers are not very famous, but as far as advanced countries or developed countries are there, they maximum use commercial paper for their short-term debt instruments. Maturities on commercial paper typically last several days and rarely range longer than 270 days. So, the time period of commercial paper is 90 days to 270 days in India. It is usually issued at a discount from face value and reflect prevailing market interest rate. Generally, commercial papers are issued at discount, and then after it is going to be matured at the face value. So, the difference between discount value and the face value, that will be the gain for the investors. To issue commercial papers, a credit rating is required for issuer, that is for the organization. So, commercial papers are generally purchased by the institutes. It is not for the common investor. The normal investors of commercial papers are union trust, banks, and other companies or organizations who have the surplus fund for the short period of time. The normal issue price of commercial paper is rupees 5 lakh and the multiple of it. So, it is totally based on the maturity period, the credit worthiness, and the rating that is provided by the rating agencies, through which the commercial papers are going to then in the money market instrument. The next one is certificate of deposits. A certificate of deposit is a product offered by banks and credit unions that provides an interest rate premium in exchange for the customer agreeing to leave a lump sum deposit untouched for a predetermined period of time. It is same as fixed deposit, but here the certificate of deposit is provided by bank. The bank gives deposits to their investors, and on the basis of their lump sum amount, they get the interest rate on it. Almost all consumer financial institutions offer them, although it is up to each bank with CD terms it want to offer. So, the terms of certificate of deposit is differ from bank to bank, and organization to organization. It is one of the best instrument in money market. Certificate of deposits, they are highly negotiable instrument. So you can easily purchase or sell the certificate of deposit in the money market. The normal maturity of certificate of deposit is 91 days to 1 year. Each and every instruments of money market is for the short period of time. Here it is given that the certificate of deposit is an agreement between the depositor and the bank where predetermined amount of money is fixed for a specific period of time, and that fixed amount is rupees 5 lakh, not less than 5 lakh and not more than 5 lakh, but the multiple of 5 lakhs. Certificate of deposit is issued by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. The certificate of deposit is a promissory note and the interest on which is paid by the bank. It is issued in dematerialized form, means there is no physical presence of the depositor, and it may automatically be renewed if depositor fails to decide what to do with the matured amount during the grace period of 7 days. So this certificate of deposit is automatically renewed by the banks. It also restricts the holder from withdrawing the amount on demand or paying a penalty otherwise. When the certificate of deposit matures, the principal amount along with the interest on is available for the withdrawal. So, it is about the certificate of deposit. It is highly negotiable instrument and it carries the explicit rate of interest. Now, the next point is about securitization of debt. Securitization is the process of converting a batch of debt into a marketable security that is backed or securitized by the original debts. નોર્મલ સેન્સમાં સિક્યુરિટાઇઝેશનનો કન્સેપ્ટ અહીંયા એક્સપ્લેન કરું. કંપની પાસે જે બોરોડ ફંડ છે, કંપનીના જે પણ ઓબ્લિગેશન્સ છે કે કંપનીના જે પણ રિસિવેબલ્સ છે, એ બધા રિસિવેબલ્સને, બધા ઓબ્લિગેશન્સને કંપની જ્યારે માર્કેટમાં સેલ કરવા જાય છે ત્યારે કંપની ફર્સ્ટ એન્ડ ફોરમોસ્ટલી એ બધી ફિક્સ્ડ સિક્યુરિટીને કોઈ ટ્રસ્ટીને સેલ કરશે. ટ્રસ્ટી એ બધી સિક્યુરિટીને નેગોશિએબલ ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટમાં કન્વર્ટ કરે છે અને ધેન આફ્ટર એ ઇન્વેસ્ટર્સને સેલ કરે છે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ કન્સેપ્ટ ઓફ સિક્યુરિટાઇઝેશન ઓફ ડેટ. અત્યારે તમે ખાલી એનો એક કન્સેપ્ટ લર્ન કરો છો, જ્યારે TYBBAમાં એક આખું યુનિટ આવે છે, દેટ ઇઝ સિક્યુરિટાઇઝેશન ઓફ ડેટ. મોસ્ટ debt securities are made up of loan such as mortgages made by bank to their customers. However, any receivable based financial assets can support a debt security. Other forms of underlying assets include trade receivable, credit card debt and lease. એટલે જેટલું પણ ડેટ છે એ બધી બોરોઈંગ્સને માર્કેટમાં સેલ કરે છે અને દેન આફ્ટર દે આર ગોઈંગ ટુ ગેઇન અ કેપિટલ ઓન ઇટ. Debt securitization is the process of packaging debt from a number of sources into a single security to be sold to investors. It is already repetition of our introduction, so just have a look, then after we are going to explain further. So that's all for today. In the next session, we'll discuss about the remaining points. Thank you students. Thank you so much.